Hey again, it's Dusty Thunder with another AITA story for you. This one is, am I the astronaut for wanting to take my kids on vacation without my husband? Maybe this is OP from the last story. It's just like 3 years into the future. Hi, I made a throwaway as my husband knows my main Reddit account. This all happened tonight. Let me start this by saying my husband and I hardly ever argue and we have a loving relationship. I'm 34 and my husband is 32. We have 2 children, a daughter 8 and a son 6, and are hoping for just one more. Through some good investments after my husband got a very large inheritance from his grandmother, we bought a new house, as well as a vacation home at a large lake that my family would go camping at every summer for well over 75 years. It's amazing since I have always been in the very low end of the middle class, if not lower class, my whole life. I'm a teacher, and my husband works in cybersecurity. Obviously, I get a lot more time off than he does. He only gets 2 weeks off a year. We've been able to do 1 or 2 short vacations a year, usually 4 days with his time off. But with our lake house a 2.5-hour drive away, I said something to my husband about periodically taking the kids up there in the summer for a few days or even a week at a time. He said it wouldn't work because he couldn't get off the time. So I said it was fine, and while it was a bit daunting, I would be fine with taking them myself and just getting to have quality time with them at the lake, going mini golfing, getting ice cream, etc. Not only that, but he's extremely picky about vacations in general. I've wanted to go abroad for 3 weeks to visit my aunt who lives in Ireland. The last time I went to Ireland, I was 20 for my cousin's wedding, and my husband was annoyed and said he can only take 5 days off. I'm not paying that much in flights and taking 2 young children to another country with a 5-hour time difference just to go for 5 days. We ended up not going because I felt guilty that he couldn't go. I brought up that I really wanted to be able to go to the lake with our children besides the week we go up with all of our family and have quality time with them. Usually when the rest of my family is there, my kids want to spend all their time with my cousin's kids. He told me he was really hurt that I would even ask to go on vacation without him. It ended up turning into an argument as I tried to explain that we have a lake house that will essentially sit empty for all but 1 week out of the year, and everything I typed above, and he said I was being a dick for blaming him that we couldn't go on vacations while he was trying to further his career. I'm not sure what to do. I was so excited when we bought the house at one of my favorite places on earth. Not only that, but now having the means to travel and see family far away or go to places I've never been before and not even being able to do it without upsetting my life partner is incredibly frustrating. I went to my sister about it, who told me she thought it was weird I even feel okay going without him. I feel like I'm stuck between feeling like a selfish wife versus wanting to enjoy finally having money. Several problems here. I think she kind of lumped together the whole Ireland trip discussion and the lake house, which are 2 very different things. I think that Ireland is something that you should want your spouse to go on and probably not want to go without them. However, if it was like a, I'm going to go rediscover my heritage kind of thing and you're going solo or you're bringing your sister or whatever, that's a little bit different. But the lake house, I feel like if you guys bought a lake house, go freaking use the lake house. Man, as a dad, I feel like I would be understanding and would want them to go to the lake house as often as possible. You paid the money for the lake house to just sit there, enjoy it. You paid the money so that you could enjoy it, so that your kids could go enjoy it. And yeah, it sucks that he has to work, but he's punishing the rest of his family because he isn't available to go with them. And with the lake house, I don't understand that. I think he needs to be okay with them going and enjoying that every damn day during the summer. Let him freaking stay up there and he can come up on weekends, whatever. Let them enjoy it. Or he can drive up after he gets off work and then drive back afterward. There are people who drive that far for work. Ireland is a different deal. That I get. But the lake house, if you guys got it for a reason, like let your kids go enjoy it and don't punish them because you can't get off those days. That doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like he's got to be okay with it. I would highly caution against OP bringing up the whole enjoying having money thing because it's dangerous, because it was an inheritance from his grandmother. And if she brings it up, I'm not saying he's going to do this, but he could take the angle of, well, it was an inheritance from my grandmother. If I can't be there to enjoy it, I don't feel like we should enjoy it, which is bullshit. You know, it's his family, it's his children, like let them enjoy it. But if you bring up the money thing, I feel like he could pull that card. So I don't know that that's a good idea. I do think you have to separate out the whole Ireland discussion and the lake house discussion into 2 separate things. Husband should be okay with you guys going to the lake house. I feel like he should. I don't feel like you're the asshole for wanting to take your kids to the lake house that you guys bought just because he can't get off work. No, you should be able to go do that. Ireland is a separate issue. You need to wait for your hubby for that one. Lake house, why was he okay with buying it, but not using it? You know what I mean? That making no sense to me.